students, in chapter number 8, how do organisms reproduce? Let's go through the female reproductive system. In last session we already studied about the male reproductive system. The sequence will be important when we write the theory of male reproductive system, or either it is female reproductive system. First we draw the diagram of female reproductive system. This one are the tubular like structure. They are called oviduct, or you called it fallopian tube. Fallopian tube, at the attachment there are ovary. One pair of ovary will be situated in the outer side. Uterus can be situated, and narrow part of the uterus, it will be called cervix, and uterus, with the help of cervix, uterus can open into the vagina. Let's go with the theory. In female reproductive system, one pair of ovary, one pair of oviduct, and uterus, a vagina and vaginal opening. Two parts can be situated with the pair of ovary, a pair of oviduct, one uterus, a vagina and vaginal opening. After vagina can be opened into vaginal opening. First we go through the oviduct. In female reproductive system, oviduct can be situated, can be lie or can be situated inside the abdominal cavity. In female, the ova or egg cell, you can called egg cells, so you can called ova, and you can egg cell, you can called ovum, single and plural. Single is ovum, plural is ova. In female, egg cells or ova can be formed in the ovaries. In female, ovaries can be, this one is not oviduct, this one is ovaries. Let's correct it. In female, ovaries can produce two types of female sex hormones. They are called estrogen and progesterone. We already study about slight information take about in the chapter number 7. We can give the function for the estrogen and progesterone. So two types of hormone can be important for the development of sexually characters and the control of menstrual cycle. Two hormones can be important in the female. They are estrogen and progesterone. In male, it will be testosterone. When a girl is born, when any girl can be born, thousands of immature eggs can be developed in her body, but when it can be reached at the stage of puberty, the immature eggs can start maturing, and one egg produced by one ovaries after 1 month. Every month one egg can produce one ovary can produce one egg. Two ovaries can develop. So every month one egg can be produced by one of the ovaries. Then we go through the oviduct. One pair of oviduct can be present in the female reproductive system. Oviducts cannot attach with the ovaries. See, it can be lies in the upper part of the ovaries, but it cannot be attached with the ovaries. When egg carried from the ovary to the uterus through thin oviduct, when egg produced by the female reproductive system, ova or egg cell can be produced from the ovaries. When ovary can produce egg, it carried from ovary to the uterus through the thin wall of the oviduct. The fertilization of egg cell by a sperm takes place in the initial part of the oviduct. When sperm can be arise, when intercourse can be happen, and when sperm can be arise through the penis, the ova can be present, or you call it ovum can be present, and sperm can be fertilized. It is called fertilization, the joining of ovum to the sperm. It is called fertilization. The fertilization of egg by a sperm takes place in the initial part of the oviduct. Two thin-walled oviducts united to form an elastic bag-like structure. It is called uterus. In the female, uterus takes place very important role for the implantation and development of embryo. So the implantation and development of the embryo can be occur in this part. The distal narrow end of the uterus, it is called cervix. Through the cervix, uterus can open into the vagina. Uterus opens outside through the vaginal opening. The sperms enter through the vaginal passage during sexual intercourse. You can write about the ovaries, oviduct, uterus and vagina. First draw the diagram. Full marks question. Write short note on or explain in human, or you can explain female reproductive system. Let's go through the another question. It is called process of implantation of embryo till childbirth. Implantation of embryo. The first can be study is fertilization. Here in the question of process of implantation of embryo till childbirth, the figure is not important, but the figure is drawing for the understanding. Let's see the process of implantation of embryo till childbirth. When fertilization can occur, sperms can enter through vaginal passage. During intercourse, fertilization can occur in the initial part of oviduct. When fertilized cell can divide in multiplied divide, and it can be like a structure of balls or cells. It is called embryo. As we see in last question, the fertilization can be occur in the upper part of oviduct, and the fertilized cell can divide rapidly and make a ball or cell-like structure. It is called embryo. Embryo can be growing in the uterus, and the totally fetal growth can be occur in the uterus. Lining of fetus will be, uterus can be prepared naturally for the developing of embryo, and the lining of fetus will be thickened and filled with the blood to nourishing for the embryo during the pregnancy. Specialized tissue can develop. It is called placenta. It is a disc-like structure which is embedded in the uterine wall. It can develop with the villi-like tissues, and this type of villi can be embedded, can be developed in the mother body. It can be attached, it can be surrounded by mother's body. Through the placenta, every substances like glucose, oxygen and other substances can be transported by the uterus and uterine wall through the placenta. Waste of the products can be removed by the embryo and through the placenta, and it can be through the mother blood. It can be connected to the mother blood, and during the excretion there will be a remove. Development of fetus can take place about 9 months. After fetus can be developed, child can be born as the result of rhythmic contraction of uterine muscles. In the question of process of implantation of embryo till childbirth, you can write about first fertilization, then implantation and development, then placenta, and then childbirth. The another question is explain female reproductive system. You can explain with the diagram. Here you don't want to the diagram, you want simply explanation. We go through the textbook. You can open the textbook and see the words are important. So we study in the textbook. The words are important during the writing of the answer. We start our explanation with page number 137. The female germ cells. We take first question. Explain female reproductive system. The female germ cells or eggs are made in the ovaries. They are also responsible for the production of some hormones. Draw the figure, and various organs in female reproductive system. Here you can write the 2 hormones. You can mention 2 hormones because you know the hormones through the chapter number 7. So you can write the hormones estrogen and progesterone. Got it? When a girl is born, the ovaries already contain thousands of immature eggs. On reaching puberty, some of these starts maturing. One egg is provided every month by one of the ovaries. The egg is carried from the ovary to the womb, or you call it uterus, through a thin oviduct or fallopian tube. Ovary can produce ova, and it can be taken through the thin walled. It is called oviduct, or you called it fallopian tube. The two oviducts united into an elastic bag-like structure known as the uterus. The uterus opens into vagina through cervix. The sperms enter through the vaginal passage during sexual intercourse. They travel upwards and reach the oviduct where they may encounter the egg. Here you can write about the intercourse. You can study about the intercourse, female reproductive system. Then second question can be arise. It will be a development of child birth. The fertilized egg starts dividing and form a ball or of cells of the embryo. The embryo is implanted in the lining of the uterus, where they continue to grow and develop organs to become fetus. We have seen in earlier sections that the mother's body is designed to undertake the development of the child. In naturally, mother body can be situated, can be development for the development of child. Hence, the uterus prepares itself every month to receive and nurture the growing embryo. Because of the undertaken of body design, they can be prepared for the development of embryo, development of the child. Hence, the uterus prepares itself every month to receive and nurture the growing embryo. The lining thickens and is richly supplied with the blood to nourish the growing embryo. The lining of the fetus will be thickened and fill up with the blood to nourish the embryo during the pregnancy. The embryo gets nutrition from the mother's blood with the help of a special tissue called placenta. This is a disc which is embedded in the uterine wall. Between uterus and uterine wall, see, suppose this will be a uterus. This is uterine wall. Between uterus and uterine wall, there will be a disc-like structure can be developed, and it is called placenta. Let's see further. It contains villi on the embryo sides of the tissue. On the mother side are blood spaces which surrounded the villi. Because why blood spaces? Because the nourishing can be provided for the embryo. This provides a large surface area for glucose and oxygen to pass from the mother to the embryo. Through placenta, embryo can pass glucose or oxygen through mother body. The developing embryo will also generate waste substances which can be removed by transferring them into the mother's blood through the placenta. The development of child inside the mother's body takes approximately 9 months. You can convert into the days. It will be a 280 days. Either it is 9 months or you call it is in 280 days, 280 days. The child is born as a result of rhythmic contractions of the muscles in the uterus. Rhythmic contraction means contraction, relaxation, and the birth of child can be occur. You can cover 2 questions. One question, explain female reproductive system with diagram, and another question, the process of development of embryo till child birth. In this question you can explain with the diagram. Here we don't need the diagram.